grinning at?
I was just thinking.
Well, if you're thinking what I think you're thinking, you can stop it right now. It's too early in the morning.
No, it's not that. It's just... You know that Italian waiter? The one who was chatting you up last night? Wish he could see you now.
Well, I wouldn't worry about it, Jack. Chances are he'd still fancy me. The Latin male has an uncanny ability to detect the beauty beneath the grime. In my experience, that is.
Oh, aye. Come here.
Touch of the Latin blood, eh?
I hope you don't mind. Run out. Dolly gone, is she?
Yep, left this morning early.
Wondered what all that thumping and bumping was about. Thought we had poltergeist. Bit sudden, wasn't it? I mean, shouldn't she have worked a notice or something?
Well, under the circumstances, I don't think that would have been a very good idea, Chris, do you?
So she just sneaked off.
She didn't sneak off. She thought it'd be best if she left first thing, and I agreed. No point keeping her against her will.
No, I suppose not. Only trouble is...
Yes?
Well, I mean, who's doing breakfast?
Oh, well, I thought you just wanted orange juice.
Well, I've run out of cornflakes, too.
Well, you know where the cereals are. Help yourself.
Bacon and eggs?
I haven't got time to start cooking
Oh, early morning run enough give you an appetite. What's for breakfast, love? I'm starving. What did I say?
I don't understand you, Mark. I really don't. You know how busy we are. Why can't you see a friend some other time?
Oh, come on, Mum. That's hardly fair. I haven't seen my mates for ages. Besides, I could do with a day away from this place.
Now, that is not a very nice attitude, is it? I mean, the farm would go to rack and ruin if everybody thought like you, wouldn't it?
Well, everybody, lovely day, eh?
Oh, Joe, look what you've made me do.
Sorry, love.
Come on, Mum, let's put it under some cold water. It's only a scratch. It's hardly even broken the skin.
Good as for that. The way your ma was carrying on, I thought she chopped her finger off.
That's right, Joe. Make a joke of it. That's your answer to everything, isn't it? You were late for breakfast too, so just don't blame me if your egg's congealed.
I think someone got out of bed the wrong side this morning.
There you go. There we go. Heard anything from Tony Charlton?
Nothing, not a word.
Have you tried ringing his boss?
I don't think there's a direct line, is there?
No, I meant a bishop or someone. I mean, surely someone in the church must know where he is.
And Chris rang the team rector, told him he wanted to speak to Tony urgently. The rector didn't know where he was either.
Chris rang? What's it got to do with him?
That's exactly what I thought. I was furious at first. Thought he was winding me up, you know, ready to go into his Let's Console Kathy routine.
And?
I misjudged him, Lynn. He was genuinely concerned. Could see how worried I was about Tony and was trying to help.
Well, what are you going to do?
I don't know. I blame myself for Tony's disappearance.
I've told you, you shouldn't.
It's just that I feel I should be doing something, searching for him, I don't know.
Yeah, but where would you start?
Short of hiring a private detective, I don't know where to begin.
Oh, could try ringing his old parish. Somewhere in London, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, he might have gone back there. I'll get the number from the team rector and give it a try. Thanks, Lynn.
See ya.
Are you going back to bed?
No, I should have.
So you can get out the right side this time?
Oh, give it a rest, Joe, please.
Well, what is it with you today? You trying to pick a fight or something?
No, I am not trying to pick a fight.
It certainly looks like it.
Well, I'm not. Things can't be lovey-dovey all the time, you know.
Well, they used to be.
They used to be. Used to be. I just wish you'd stop going on about how things used to be. Things will never be the same again.
Just calm down, love. You've got a bit of readjusting to do, that's all.
I'm sick of that word, readjusting. Things always going to be like this, Joe.
What are you talking about?
Every time we have a disagreement, you automatically assume it's something to do with my prison sentence.
Look, love, I'm only trying
I just wish you'd stop making excuses for me.
I didn't know I was.
Well, just think about it, eh? Just think about it.
5 more drivers, yep. And I need them by tomorrow. Recession? What recession? Don't know the meaning of the word. Yeah, right. OK, I'll see you. Right.
I've rescheduled 3 units for the East Coast run. That should cover us till tomorrow.
Good work. Just like old times, eh?
Yeah, apart from the fact we still haven't got a proper office.
Oh, I don't know. I quite enjoy working from home. No driving to work, no traffic jams, no exorbitant office rates.
No office girls, no privacy, no 3-hour lunches in the pub across the road.
So that's what you get up to, is it?
Look, Dad, now that we're on our way to being back on top, let's not forget how we got in the mess in the first place, eh?
What do you mean?
Well, you know, all that pathetic rivalry we had. Both taking risks, cutting corners. We nearly succeeded in destroying the firm.
Yes, it was a bit self-destructive, I must admit. I don't know about you, but I've certainly learnt my lesson. We work together as a team, or we don't work together at all.
Suits me.
Anyway, if I want to give you a lesson, all I've got to do is to pick up a tennis racket.
Alan, what are you doing up? You should be in bed.
I just got bored, lying there listening to my stomach rumbling.
Cheer up. Your rash doesn't look nearly so bad today, and you've got lamb chops for your tea.
Oh, what a life. High spot of your day is a dish of lamb chops. Oh. Elizabeth, shut that door, would you? There's an appalling draught. Don't want me catching anything else, do we?
By the way, Frank Tate rang earlier. He's called an extraordinary meeting of the Town Twinning Committee this afternoon.
Oh, has he found a town for us to twin with?
Don't know. I told him we couldn't make it.
This could be the most momentous decision in the history of Beckendale.
You're ill, Alan. You can't go traipsing up to Home Farm, the state you're in.
No, perhaps not. I mean, you could go.
You are joking, aren't you? I've got the fish and game farm accounts to do. It's opening time in under 2 hours, and I've got you to look after. When am I going to get the time?
What if it's somewhere totally unsuitable? I mean, what does Frank Tate know about Norway? He only wants to make links with them because of business purposes.
Does it matter?
Yes, it does matter. That's not what town twinning's all about. It's a matter of exploring cultures and tastes and trying different lifestyles. Not a chance for Frank Tate to rustle up more business.
It's not a one-man band, Alan. There are other members of the committee, and they won't allow Frank Tate to choose a town unless it's been thoroughly discussed.
Yes, but not discussed by us. Oh, this damn rash. It's ruining everything.
Hey, I thought you were supposed to be working.
I am working. But a really skilled mechanic like me knows exactly what's wrong with the car, just what vibrations it gives it.
So what's it saying then?
It's just telling me exactly what's wrong with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, watch. There you go. Easy, innit?
How did you... You put them there, Archie Brooks?
Yes, I did.
Why?
To get back at Pollard for organising that strippogram. It gets on me nerves.
Good Lord. It's a long time since I saw you hang out washing. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen you hang out washing.
Yeah, well, somebody's got to do it. The tumble dryer's full and the sheets won't dry themselves.
What's the matter, love? Wash day blues, is it?
It's not funny, Frank.
No, of course not.
I mean, I can't run the stables, act as unpaid secretary, and do the cooking, cleaning, and washing all at the same time.
Does sound a heavy workload, I must admit.
Oh, I'm going to put an ad in the local paper for a cleaning lady. Should tide us over.
Don't think we can run to a cleaning lady, love. I mean, the Bright contract's a good one, but I'll take it easy. I'm only joking.
Yes, well, I've just lost my sense of humour.
I think I'd best leave you to it. Oh, I knew there was something. I've called a meeting for the Town Twinning Committee this afternoon. Be a love and do us some sandwiches, eh? Bye.
Oh, no.
Okay, fancy going to Woolpack dinner time? Make a change?
No, no, thanks.
Oh, we can sit outside of a ploughman's.
Look, I said no. I've got too much to do.
Well, I might go down myself later on if you change your mind.
Fine.
Why are you being so nasty to him?
Am I?
Mum, you've been short with him all morning. Have you two had a row or something?
No, it's nothing like that.
Come on, Mum, I know something's going on.
He's just been irritating, that's all. It's just little things, love.
Joe has bent over backwards to welcome you back at the farm.
Yeah, well, perhaps that's the problem.
What do you mean?
Look, just leave it, will you please, Rachel? Just drop it.
Mum, I want to know what's going on. Mum!
I'm living a lie, Rachel. Each day, instead of getting easier, it's getting harder and harder.
You mean you don't love him anymore?
It's not that, it's... I've tried as hard as I can. I'm only staying here because I don't want to hurt him.
You mean you felt like this for a while? What are you gonna do?
I can't go on like this. I thought it was having had been away, but it's not that, love. Staying here and trying to make it work just to make Joe happy, it's not the answer.
You're gonna have to tell him.
I know.
It's a right miserable beggar, Turner. I mean, the amount of money he's paying me. It's only a few more quid than I get if I don't do. I mean, I know having a job gives you self-respect. Quiet. Shh. Shh. What is it? Look there.
I think they deserve a bit of a scare.
Oi! Come on, up it! Get off! Go on, away with you! Go on, get him! Go on, get him! Go, boy! Get him! Go on!
A little dog's come in!
Go on, Smokey, get him!
Good boy, that's a good dog, Smokey. Sit now. I don't think we'll be seeing them two again.
Yeah. Were they poachers?
No. Just a couple of lads after a Burtfoot pot.
Hi, Joe.
All right. Seen your mother?
Yeah, she's in the house.
Rachel? She said to you what's wrong.
What do you mean?
Well, you know how funny she's been of late. I was just wondering if she said out to you about it.
Well...
No, I'm sorry, that's wrong. I shouldn't put it on you like this.
No, it's just that...
I have tried to make it work, you know.
I know.
I just feel though I've been batting my head against a brick wall. I don't think it's worth bothering anymore. She wants out, doesn't she? Yeah, all right, I'll talk to her about it.
Well, I must say, Archibald, brandy, please. I'm impressed. I thought she'd still be in little bits, old boy.
Ah, well, once I set my mind to a job, takes me no time at all.
You have sorted everything out, haven't you?
I had to strip her right down, though, to find the problem.
What was the problem?
Well, first off, I thought it was a big ends, then I thought it was a little ends, then I looked at the piston rings,
Yes.
and I looked...
All right. It's fixed. That's all that matters, eh? Have you got the keys, old boy?
There
you go. Great.
75 quid.
75? But I've already paid you for the original overhaul.
That's right. New problem, new job, 75 quid.
This is outrageous, Brooks.
Yeah. Not as outrageous as some things I can think of, like booking a strippogram for this place for a start.
Okay. What are you doing?
Nothing.
I'll never get the hang of this.
Look, you're doing fine, Mum. Turner knew you weren't an expert when he asked you to help out.
What are you two doing in here? You should be at work.
Late dinner, Mr. Turner. Didn't have time earlier, did we, Michael?
A likely story. I'm not having this, Seth. It's typical of you to take advantage. What's that mutt doing in here? I told you about dogs in pubs.
You wouldn't throw him out if you'd have seen the way he saw off them poachers. Like a lion, weren't you, eh?
Poachers? What poachers? And how many birds they... I blame you for this, Seth. Poachers, for heaven's sake.
There weren't poachers, Mr. Turner. Not in proper sense. Just a couple of lads mucking about with me pens. There were no harm done. Smokey saw to that, didn't you, Smokey?
Look, Seth, will you just get out? Go on, go away. Get out.
We've not finished the drinks. We've only been here 10 minutes.
Seth.
All right, we're going. But I'll tell you one thing. This dinner I was going down on my overtime sheet. Going down on yours and all, lad.
Joe, I can't bear it anymore. I'm unhappy, and you are. Truth is, I shouldn't have come back. You remember that homecoming party you gave me?
I'll never forget it.
You came out of the house and you stood in the front yard. And you saw me sitting in the taxi.
And you pretended you didn't see me, just drove away.
We've talked about everything under the sun to try and patch things up, but we've never really discussed that moment when we saw each other.
And we both realised it was over.
What?
Didn't you think so?
You've known since then?
Haven't you? Or even before then. A few weeks ago, we met at the station. When you were released and to let me know. When you wouldn't write to me from prison, when you wouldn't let me visit.
Oh, no, Joe, not then. Not at first.
All right, maybe not at first, but as time went on, you realised you'd made a mistake in marrying me.
I'm so sorry. I didn't want it to come to this.
Neither did I. What's the alternative then? Pretend for the rest of our lives?
Right, I'm off out for a ride.
But you don't ride.
Yes, I do. I just haven't done it for a while, that's all.
Sure about all this?
Yeah, I fancy taking it up again. What's wrong with that?
Nothing at all. This hasn't got anything to do with a certain young lady and riding lessons for a curate.
I don't know what you're on about.
No, of course not.
Right, I'll see you later. Kim out in the stables, is she?
I expect so. Hey, Chris. Mind you don't fall off.
Ha ha. Pollard's in there waiting for you. Just deal with him.
I do have other things to do, you know. You think if the man called an extraordinary meeting, he had the decency to be punctual?
Well, don't tell me. Tell Frank Tate.
Yes, well, I might just do that. Ah, Frank. Good afternoon.
Sorry I'm a bit late.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Not a very auspicious turnout, is it?
Some of us do have jobs, you know.
Point taken, Miss Connolly. Still, where is everyone?
Well, Alan Turner's not feeling too well. Elizabeth Fellman's looking after him.
And Henry Wilkes is on holiday.
Yes, well, we needn't bother to go into all that now. I formally call this extraordinary meeting of the Town Twinning Committee to order. Right, shall we begin? In light of recent events of a personal nature, I hereby resign as chairman of the Beckendale Town Twinning Committee. Please be kind enough to show yourselves out when you finish the sandwiches. Oh, thank you very much for attending. Good day.
So, sure you're all right now?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, off you go.
Oh.
I don't think Willie Carson will be exactly trembling in his boots. No. Oh, do you think I should go after him and make sure he's all right? Well, you can do if you want. I'm sure Chris can take care of himself.
Tell Mark and Rachel together if you like.
It's all right, I'll tell them. I owe them that at least.
You sure? I don't mind.
I'm the one that's leaving. I should explain.
Well, they're very welcome to stay here. Make sure they know that. This is their home as long as they want it to be.
People think I'm a dreadful mother. Still, it'll give the village gossip something to talk about.
It's none of their business.
A killer who abandons her kids.
Oh, come on now. They're hardly children. They're adults. Capable of making their own decisions. Besides, you're only going to Sheffield, not the other side of the world.
Well, I'd better get on then.
If you like.
No point in prolonging it. I'll go and find Dad.
I'll miss you, you know.
Hardly. I've already been away for 9 months.
You know what I mean.
Alan, they were supposed to be for your tea.
Needs must, Elizabeth, needs must.
Couldn't you have waited?
I've had a very traumatic day. Trauma brings on one's appetite.
Not for me, it doesn't. It makes me feel nauseous.
Well, to each his own. In retrospect, you know, I think that doctor was onto something.
Oh?
Well, you know how he was saying that my rash might have been caused by stress? No. I didn't remember that before until Seth started all that business about the poachers.
Looks the same to me, Alan.
And here, too? No, I hadn't seen that.
Well, if indeed it is caused by stress, you'd best get back upstairs and rest.
Yes.
Yes, perhaps I should.
Then again, Alan, it may be the lamb chops.
Come on, in you get. Go.
Whoa. Oh. Whoa!
Steady, steady. Whoa.
Steady, whoa.
Steady.
Steady, whoa, 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 whoa. Got you, whoa.
God.
Got you, whoa.
I'm glad to see you.
Got him. Steady.
You saved my life.
You were hardly going faster than a trot, Chris.
A trot?
Whoa.
It was galloping. It was out of control.
It was you who were out of control. That old boy hasn't got a gallop in him.
Well, it felt to me like it was galloping. But don't laugh. You know, I'm no good with horses.
You should stick to lorries or tennis or...
Maybe. Anyway, how come you turned up just at the right moment?
Oh, I was just passing by.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're lucky, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. Very lucky.